I remember after the gym, me and this girl, we ended up going back to her place. And what we ended up doing back there, I'm not gonna lie, was a full-on stamina workout, just like she wanted. Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name is Bubba, and welcome back to another insane but embarrassing story. Now, today's story all takes place back when I was actually in high school, and this is my grade 11 year. Now, in grade 11, one thing I was always worried about was being too skinny. I think a lot of people have that, like, insecurity issue where, you know, they don't want to be too skinny nor too fat. But for me, I always had, like, an underweight problem. I don't know why, but back when I was in high school, I weighed, like, 140, like 140 pounds to 130. And honestly, I wanted to gain more weight and, well, become, I guess, muscular. I don't know. I think this definitely got to me when I started watching a lot more Batman films and realizing that Bruce Wayne was super jacked, and why aren't I? Because, like, I don't know, I always thought that I was Batman growing up, and I guess, like, realizing that he was way bigger than I was back when I was in high school really made me feel bad. So what ended up happening was, funny enough, I decided to do the one thing that I never thought I would end up doing, and that was to get a gym membership. Now, before I actually went to a gym, I'm not gonna lie, I've never actually been to, like, a full-on proper gym other than the school gym that we already had. So I remember what I ended up doing was I actually ran up to one of the most jacked guys in my school that definitely took steroids, by the way, which, warning, don't do steroids, okay? It is not good for you. It is not cool. It does not make you bigger. Well, actually it does, but not in a good way. Seriously, you could die from it. But I remember I ran up to him saying, yo, bro, I was just curious, man. Like, how'd you get so big? Oh, do you want to know, like, the truth? Yeah. Well, you see, like, I took these things. And he ends up whipping out pills. Now, that moment I said, yo, no, I'm actually just wondering, like, where do you go, like, to work out? Oh, no problem, bro. Like, just go down to, like, this fitness gym I go to. He ends up showing me a website where it's his gym, and this gym was full of, like, super jocks. Like, I'm talking, like, bodybuilders that you would see, like, Thor going into. So what I did just to make sure that, like, I wouldn't go there looking like the scrawny lone kid that I was, I ended up asking him, do you want to, like, maybe, like, go together sometime and, like, show me the ropes? Yeah, sure, man. If you want to do it natural too, I'm totally cool with that. After school today, meet up with me there. And that's when I ended up going to the gym with him after school that day. When I got to the gym with him, I'm not gonna lie, it was really nerve-wracking. Seeing a bunch of giant guys just lifting giant weights is honestly scary to look at. But then I remember I ended up going with this guy, and he basically showed me the routes of how to get this membership started and all that kind of thing. And honestly, knowing how expensive gym memberships are, I was really surprised of how many people were there. But honestly, it makes sense because it's basically an investment to your health, which I understand how many people want. But here's where the story gets kind of insane. Because I remember when I got in there and I started basically, like, you know, following this guy's routine that he was showing me, randomly I ended up seeing a girl staring at me. Now, this girl that was staring at me was, like, way more muscular than me. She was obviously smaller in terms of, like, height, but, like, in terms of, like, muscle, no joke, she could probably bench me, which is kind of embarrassing, don't get me wrong, but she was, like, a muscle mommy. And I remember looking at her and she was looking at me, and I look at my buddy and say, yo, why is that girl looking at me? I don't know, maybe because you're new here. I don't know, I don't really ask questions, to be honest. I kind of just work out. Yeah, no, fair enough. I should probably do the same, is what I said. And I remember I started just working out with him. And after an hour and a half of me literally working out with my buddy, no joke, as I'm going to go get my backpack, this girl finally walks up to me. She walks up to me and says, hey, like, are you new here, like, at the gym? Yeah, it's my first day, actually. What's up? Oh, nothing. I was just, like, you know, curious because, like, I never seen you here. I was just wondering, do you want to, like, maybe, like, sometime work out together? I remember I look at my buddy, and my buddy just looks at me and shrugs, and I'm like, yeah, sure. And that's when I ended up giving her my name and number and walked away. When we walked out of the gym, my buddy just is super confused, the guy I ended up going in with. And he looks at me and saying, yo, I never actually, like, had a chick, like, walk up to me like that, Bubba. Like, that's kind of weird, bro. Yeah, I don't know. She just ended up wanting to work out with me. No idea why, but I'm okay with it. And after all my muscles being sore and I finally got home, I ended up hopping on my Xbox, playing my Xbox 360. I was playing Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and as I was middle of a team deathmatch, out of nowhere, I ended up getting a text message. It was from the gym girl that I met, and I remember she ended up texting me saying, hey, it was Bubba, right? Yeah, hey, what's going on? Oh, so, like, I was wondering, tomorrow, I'm doing, like, a full-on stamina workout. Do you want to, like, join me? Yeah, sure. I'm 100% down. And in my mind, when I was replying to her, honestly, the first thing I was thinking was, why, out of all those jacked guys in the gym, would she come up to me? Like, I was the most slim and, like, skinny guy there. So knowing that she had a lot of better options than me made no sense. But I remember the next day finally came around, and after school, I ended up basically heading over to the gym. When I got there, I saw her there, and she looked at me and walked up to me saying, hey, Bubba, you ready to do some cardio? Yeah. Where are we going first? Oh, here, follow me, is what she said. And we ended up going straight to the one place that I never wanted to go in the gym, and that was a treadmill. Now, I never understood the point of a treadmill, to be honest, because, like, seriously, why run in place when you could literally just run outside and, like, feel the fresh air going through your body? Like, I'd rather just run outside than run in place with a bunch of sweaty dudes in the same area. But honestly, I didn't really care. Honestly, I was too focused on her muscles and her, I guess, kind of massive muscular cherries. I know that sounds weird to say, but it is what it is. And well, one thing led led to another. Finally, and I mean finally, we ended up hopping off the treadmill. I was legit sweating even though we were only on there for like 15 minutes, but my stamina was not good at the time. And that's when she looks at me and says, I guess we gotta work more on your stamina. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not like the best, I guess, at working out. Oh no, it's okay. I know a perfect workout we could work on after. And before she could finish what workout it was, I remember I looked at her and asked her the question that was honestly deep in my mind. And that was, hey, so I just have a random question. I know this sounds like really rude, but like, out of all the attractive, jacked guys in this gym, why'd you choose to work out with me? At that moment, she just stares at me right in the face and starts laughing. And that's when she said, here, follow me. And we ended up going to like a quiet part of the gym where no one was around. And that's when she said to me, Baba, you see all these people here? 80% of them are like on steroids. And honestly, it's not attractive whatsoever to me. But the fact that you came into this gym without using anything and being natural honestly made me proud of you. Honestly, at that moment, I was really proud of myself for not, you know, doing anything like that. But at the same time, I understood where she was coming from. And that's when I told her, oh, well, honestly, like, I'm happy that you think I'm that good of a guy, I guess. And that's when she said, here, you know what? Do you want to just like go back to my place? Yeah, sure. What workout do you want to do there? I think you know, is what she says. And well, one thing led to another. We ended up going back to her place and we did a full-on stamina workout. And this stamina workout, I think you guys all may know what it's called, but it's called the Devil's Tango. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was the best at it. No joke. She was actually so shocked at how good I was to the point where she said, wow, you do have really good stamina. Thanks, I know, is what I replied back. And yeah, we just kept doing it for like another 4 hours since she was super fit and I was just the king of the Devil's Tango. I will say, muscle mommies are really good. But at the same time, would you guys ever go for someone that is bigger than you? Because if you guys would, then fall for more embarrassing stories just like this one. Peace out, guys.